opened the first store in February 20th, 2020.
So
Okay.
that means you had been planning even before COVID came.
Yeah,
you had
before
already
COVID.
decided to
Because
do
now
it.
we paid the rent. We required to pay all those rents, permits, all the deposits and stuff. So that was 20th February. So down the line, 6th March, the country is closed.
Oh
Two
my
weeks later.
We're
gosh.
supposed to be inside the house by 6.
Exactly. Hello, champions. Welcome back to the official chapter podcast. We're in episode 10 now. And over the past few weeks, Tesh and I have been able to interview some of the most amazing entrepreneurs here in Kenya. Today, we're joined by Ben from Kicks Kenya, a maverick, and someone who's built one of the largest fashion brands here in Kenya called Kicks Kenya and Apparel. So welcome. And it's very nice to have one of the largest homegrown e-commerce businesses here with us today. So, karibu Ben.
Asante.
Yeah, so Ben, many people might know Kicks Kenya, but maybe not that many people might know Ben. Or people, I'm sure, also know both. But our first question is really simple yet hard, which is just who is Ben? What's your story?
Yeah. Hi, guys. My name is Ben Mwangi. I'm the managing director at Kicks Kenya. Well, I have quite a story to tell about how we begin, how I am, who I am. But I'm going to leave to these guys. They're going to take it over and they're going to ask me. We're going to just talk about who I am throughout the session. Yeah. So you guys are going to find out who I am throughout the session.
Awesome.
We usually begin at like right around high school because we feel like that's usually the time when hints of brilliance starts getting seen. So you're an entrepreneur now, but did elements of this begin in high school? Were you like selling guys like something for a small profit, or how was high school like for you?
Man, in high school, I was nothing. I was nothing of an entrepreneur. I was nothing. All those people who were selling us chapatis in schools and selling all those things that they were selling, whether legally or illegally, I was nothing short of an entrepreneur. I was just someone who went to school to just study. I used to love math, physics, biology, chemistry. I was just someone who used to study and play basketball, and that was it. So nothing about entrepreneurship. I never even did business when I was in high school.
Oh, really?
When I was in high school, yeah.
Wow.
Interesting. When did the bug bite you?
The bug bite me when I saw an opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I feel like for you to actually develop a business and come up with a business, you have to see a problem. And then when you see a problem, that's definitely the opportunity for you to go for. Yeah, so the problem took the opportunity. It was still very early on within the country.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's still quite early on.
Okay.
And yeah, decided to take it up. Yeah, and
This is 2020. Was that the first business?
yeah, 2020, my first business.
What were you doing before then?
Before then, I had just graduated from campus. I was in Chiromo. Just graduated in campus. Then I had some work at KNH for about 3 months. Then things are not going on really, really well for me in terms of financial. I had so much expenses and I was earning so little. So that's when I saw the opportunity. But the opportunity, I've been seeing it throughout my campus here, throughout my after the graduation. So that is when I saw the opportunity, and luckily enough, my mom was there to support me, and she just supported me on the first start of the business. Yeah, but at the end of the day, she was always like, whenever you need to go back into doing whatever you studied for, whatever. Give me a call or give this particular person. I had the contacts of one of the directors in Thika General
Okay.
Hospital. Yeah. So it was-
study medicine.
Yeah, I did.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. Before you even get to that medicine,
Ben.
before we get that medicine,
Yeah.
I think there's two things that come out here. Number one is maybe it's linked now, but maybe you didn't think it would be linked. But you said you had a big love for basketball in high school.
In high school.
So how did that travel? And then how did you end up finishing, and how did you select what you wanted to do for uni?
Ever since I was a little kid, I always just wanted to be a doctor. I
Mm,
think our my mom has been working in university as a
Okay.
lecturer for a very long time.
mhm,
So being a bookie, my
Mm.
mom, so we were definitely just raised into a family that you just have to study, and that was the way for us.
mm,
Yeah.
mm.
So throughout, I just wanted to go in the scholarly way.
Okay.
Yeah. So my love for basketball was also inbred. Like my brothers, my sister, or even my mom used to play back in the day.
Okay.
So yeah,
So you finished, and then you're like, okay, passed your exams,
yeah, passed
grades
my
are good.
exams. Yeah,
You want to now join your end to do medicine.
yeah. So I joined UON. Still continued with basketball,
Okay.
but now basketball was another level here. We
Okay.
practice for very long hours. I didn't really continue it so well.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't play for the university I was in. I
Okay.
used to play for a different university because it was easier for me to play there than play.
Oh yeah, it was like really tough in your
Competition was
end.
really, really tough. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, continued my love for basketball, continued my love for school.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Until I graduated.
Mm-hmm.
Then after graduating, yeah, just continued still playing basketball.
Okay.
Yeah. Then got up opportunity to get a job.
Okay.
Yeah. Then yeah.
So in your journey, so that's actually very interesting. Actually, guys, medicine is a 6-year course, right?
Yeah.
So like for someone to be able to finish medicine, that's a lot of commitment,
Yeah.
and it's actually not easy.
Yeah.
So you finish, you graduate. So at what point did you start feeling like this is not like where I want to spend my next 10, 15, 30 years?
Basically you look at how some of these corporates work. You look at how I would look at how my mom was working. She'd work for so many years until she was able to actually support even herself well. So I put myself in a position where I knew that it will take several years for me to get to a point where I'll be living the life that I wanted to live, or living comfortably, or yeah. So and my mom always insisted that we should always pursue the ideas we have, like so that we don't regret it later. And she was always championing to assist us in anything that we wanted to do. So I mean, I didn't want to stay in that particular rat race of just working, and then
Okay.
10 years, 15 years down the line is when I can actually be comfortable doing something. Yeah. So
That's when that's when that seed started being born.
yeah.
I see. So that's actually relates to my story as well. I think for Tesh, you began entrepreneurship at like 18.
Yeah, I was really sure I just wanted to be in business. So
Yeah.
but the stories are very similar.
Yeah. And actually for me, architecture was 6 years as well. And I graduated 2020.
Yeah.
So for me also, I was like, I don't see myself like building a career in architecture.
Yeah.
So
I'm curious, sorry, Mark. There's this whole debate about doctors' pay.
Yeah.
What's your take on it?
Man, me, I'll just say that find a way to pay these people. These people work so hard.
Okay.
These people
It's
work
true.
so hard. I have a nurse friend of mine who would work for so many hours in a day, and she comes home frustrated. She cries almost all the time.
Yeah.
So I'm not really into a lot of politics and all that, but what I would say is that I would feel like it's best if we find a way to appreciate the people who hold us. Yeah. At the end of the day, everyone at one point becomes sick. Yeah. If not them, their parents. If not their parents, their parents' parents.
That's true.
Their kids. So you have to look at the people who will actually sustain you to be able to rule, or sustain you to be able to go to work.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
That's true.
So I still can't comment on politics and stuff.
But
That's a
pay
view.
these people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a really good one. Healthcare is a cornerstone of our society. So if it
Yeah.
crumbles,
Yeah.
Yeah.
many things can
Health is
go
a true
wrong.
wealth.
Yeah, they
That's
say.
true.
Yeah.
That's true. So now this is 2020, you graduate. So like, what was that first push into sort of like fashion that made you see that opportunity?
First, when I was in campus, I used to really love shoes.
Okay.
I think I would go for around 2 weeks without even changing, without repeating a shoe.
Actually, you can tell us your sneaker collection. How many? What's
So
your
far,
current count now?
Man, I've been giving out shoes. So far, I think I have more than 700. I think
Oh
the last
my
time I counted
gosh.
pairs of shoes.
750 something.
How
And it's,
how
my
do you store
gosh.
750 pairs of shoes?
I have a room.
But
Purposely designed.
do you
Yeah.
remember
I have
that
a room
show
and
we
I
used
have
to watch?
MTV Cribs.
MTV Cribs.
Yes.
And I
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
have-
those guys.
And I have like a whole section where it's even indicated I've not worn these shoes.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Brand new.
And it's like
Collector's
2-3
items.
years.
Man, that would be my Disneyland.
Wow.
Right now, I don't even.
need to
My
come and
office
see that
space is
collection.
there
That's
Uh-huh.
crazy.
because I have an office space set up inside that room,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't even care what is behind me.
Yeah.
What I get is just the laptop that I have there and the whiteboard.
This is like a gallery. It's like art.
Because at the end of the day, tomorrow I'll wake up, I'll pick up the black shoes, just
Mm.
some black random shoes.
Mm-hmm.
Next day I'll wake up, pick up the same black shoes I picked the other day.
Mm.
So I end up rotating at least
Like five pairs. Yes.
out of the.
But that's true
Oh my
passion.
gosh.
Like,
Yeah.
you really
So-
love shoes.
I really do.
So you started collecting shoes back when you were in
Yeah.
uni.
When I was in uni,
Mhm.
when I was in uni, well, it wasn't more of collecting.
Oh, but
It
you
was
had
you just buy,
Buy, okay.
just buy.
Mhm.
And then I used to get also a lot of shoes from my sisters.
Mm,
And yeah, so you just look at a shoe and then you fall in love with the
okay.
shoe.
And at the
Mhm.
time, where were you getting these shoes from?
I was there were some that I was buying locally,
Mm-hmm.
and then there were some was just being gifted.
I
Yeah,
see.
so I just had a whole different collection that
I
I was
see.
yeah. So
I see.
that was I still have them.
You still have.
Yeah, I
you
still
still
have-
have. Oh
I
my
still have
gosh.
shoes
From your campus days.
from 2013, from my campus days.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, 2010, 2009.
Wow. That's like
Yeah, I have
14
15
years.
years.
15 years
Yeah.
now. Yeah. Jeez.
That's cool.
So you
Yeah.
continue on. So you've been collecting these shoes. So how did it? Did someone ask you, "Hey Ben, like, where did you get these shoes?" Like, how was that journey into like your first
Into my
first sale?
well, into my first journey into the business is I used to there's a specific store I used to buy shoes from back
Mm.
then. I used to spend a lot of money
Mm,
buying from them.
mm,
But then again, I realized that the shoes that I was getting, sometimes you find you can't get them with their original boxes.
mm,
Sometimes you find you can get like some bit of lower quality of the shoes that you're
Mhm.
expecting. Sometimes you get so there was just all these issues, this and that
Mm.
you see about a particular shoe, and then you see
mm,
when you sit down and write all the problems that are being faced by people who actually want to wear shoes and love shoes.
mm,
It's a lot.
mm,
It's a lot of problems.
mm,
So that is when I actually decided, oh, let me just try on this.
mhm.
Yeah.
Damn. And you remember which year this was?
2020.
2020 now is when you decided, let me try on
2020,
this.
around February.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is this right before COVID or right after
Right.
COVID?
Yeah. Actually,
Did COVID have an push you to start the business?
what happened is we opened the first store it was around 256
Mhm.
meter squared.
Okay.
uh,
Okay.
So it's just a small space.
Mhm.
So we opened the first store in February 20th,
Mhm.
2020.
Okay.
So that means
Um,
you had been planning even before COVID came.
Yeah,
you had
before
already
COVID.
decided to
Because
do
now
it.
we paid the rent. We required to pay all those rents, permits,
Mm.
all the deposits and stuff.
Mm,
So that was 20th February.
Mhm.
So down the line, 6th March, the
Mm.
country is closed.
Two
Oh my
weeks later.
gosh.
Supposed to be inside the house by 6.
Exactly.
So man, it was a bit devastating
Mhm.
because you have all this stock that you have bought. We
Yes.
have a lot of stuff.
So you
Mhm.
had imported
And
the
then-
stock.
Yeah, we had
Mm,
imported a lot of stock.
Did you go out to find the stock, or you just found it online?
Right now it's so easy to actually buy a supplier.
Mhm.
Like for you to get a legit supplier, you can just buy from there are a lot of sources that you can actually buy. So I got a source.
Mhm.
So 2 weeks down the line, the country is closed.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
2 weeks into your dream and your big leap into
2 weeks.
entrepreneurship.
And then entrepreneurship, it starts with a lot of challenges. You have to buy packaging bags. Packaging bags, you're given an MOQ of 1,000 pieces.
Wow.
You're given so you have invested all the funds you have.
MAQ is minimum order quantity.
Minimum order quantity.
Yeah.
So you don't have any.
Yes.
You don't have any funds remaining.
Yes.
So so what happened is I started going to the store by myself, because when I opened, I had 2 other guys
Okay.
that will come to the store and actually help me in selling, because I'm not so I've never been so good at selling in store.
Okay.
I'm so good at online,
Okay.
but I'm not so good. So it got to when COVID started, I had to come to the store alone, because just
Oh
to
my
cut the
gosh.
cost.
Oh
Because
gosh.
now you come and you're not sure if you're gonna even make a sale.
Yes,
You
that's
have-
true.
Let me ask, before
Crazy.
this February, like had you stopped work, like your job?
Yeah, I'd stopped. Stopped the previous year.
Okay.
Yeah.
So January is when I was just getting the ins and out of starting, going to Gikomba, getting
Okay.
quotations of these,
Yes.
doing these. Yeah.
And how many years had you practiced the medicine before now, 2020?
No, I was just 3 months in.
Or 3 months in.
Yeah, still a student.
Okay.
Still a student.
And did you stop part time? Like, how was that? Just curious, how was that conversation now with your mom or like the other
That's
stakeholders
exactly
in
what I
your
was going
life?
to
Like, how
remind. I
did
was
you tell
wondering,
them, hey
No,
after
guys,
6 years of
whatever?
and
Yeah.
medicine is
It's so easy.
expensive.
Yeah.
No, it's not expensive if you're being paid for the government.
Okay, so you're a smart
Oh
kid.
yeah, he's a
Government's-
smart
yeah,
guy.
man,
He's a
I'm
smart guy.
He's a
Okay.
smart kid.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So So with my mom, it's so easy.
Okay.
So
Okay.
easy. Just
Okay.
call her and, hey, me, I don't want to go back there. I just want to try to do something on my own.
And she was supportive.
Yeah, and she was supportive because this is
That's a
something that I
blessing.
want. And then she's a champion, even up to now. She just retired last year, and she's always like, if I was in a position where I would have never worked for the government all these years, I wouldn't have.
Wow.
Yeah, she's
Moms
like,
and future moms, I hope
Yes.
you're listening.
yeah, she's like, I
Yes.
would have quit like
Yes.
20 years back.
So in a way, she was proud of that you made that move early.
Yeah,
Mm.
she was.
Mm.
She
Mm.
was. So she was
That's
quite
awesome.
proud, but still scared, because
Yeah, of
all the
course,
time
yeah.
she keeps on calling you, hey, how are you?
Mm.
Makula.
Mm,
Have you
exactly.
eaten? Have you
Yeah.
done these? Have you done
Yeah.
these?
Yeah.
Oh, there's this Dr. Kavunja. Are you able to call Dr. Kavunja and just tell him, just keep tabs with him so that he knows you still exist,
I know.
so that when things go south,
I know.
you go to
But
Thika
yeah,
General.
folks are always there to just give you like some sort of mentors. Like, just talk to him. Maybe he will.
Yeah.
He may want to come back. Yeah.
And then she always wanted me to be, she's like, you can even come to UOE. UOE is University of Eldred. Right now it's still called, University of Eldred. You can come here and be a lecturer. You can
Oh my
come,
gosh.
come
Okay.
here.
So the other opportunities is just
She's like, come,
Mm.
No, man. It wasn't the life that I
you desired.
Because what I usually do is I don't look at now, I just look at 5 years down the line. Throughout, even when I started the business, I was just looking at 5 years down the line, 5 years down the line, 5 years. Where would I be? 5 years down the line, you're this particular age, where would you be? 4 years down the line, where would you be? And then 4 years down the line, if I don't start today, meaning that I'll have to start 4 years later. So it will take me 4 years again. For me.
Exactly.
So if I'm 30 and I'm starting now, I know by 34 I'll be somewhere. If I wait until I'm 34 to start wherever I'm supposed to start,
Yes.
I'll
And
be-
in episode 1, actually Mark talks about how time is a thief. So I really like that resonates
exactly.
really well.
Exactly. When he's saying time is a thief. If you it takes you 4 years before you began something, that's 4 years of the future of that project that you've
Exactly.
taken away.
Yeah.
So if you feel like the belief is there, like just do it now.
Just do it. And then, fail now. Next month, wake up, pick up, go forward. Like I said, I invested every single cent I had.
Yes.
Every single cent I had. And then,
Yes.
I
2
didn't-
weeks
And how was
later,
the growth?
COVID.
How did it feel the first few
Oh, the
months?
fir-
Like
so
when
I-
did you know this thing is going to work?
Yeah. So first week of COVID was quite tough. Then the second week was also quite tough. Then around the third week is when all these park events started happening, like events at the park.
Yeah, Ngong
Events,
Hills.
DNG. Is it DNG? Is it called DNG Park? Kiambu Road, there was some
yes.
parks.
Yes.
Yeah.
Guys started going out into the parks because
Into the parks. Yeah.
it was
So
only
when-
way to hang out.
Exactly, to hang out. And guys will do that because most of the guys are not even going to work.
Yes.
So now guys still going out, you have to look fresh no matter where you're going. Even if it's just 2 hours.
Yeah, it's true.
Even guys going to the club at 12, you go to 12 until 1, you still aren't
To look good. Yeah.
So they would still be able to purchase.
Yeah.
So it got to a point where actually got the first customer during when from sixth to, let's say, the first week, the first customer who visited the store was a judge. She was a high court judge.
Really?
And we spent quite a very engageful conversation with her at the store. She had come to purchase some shoes for herself. She was just encouraging me about, you just continue, don't worry, things are gonna work out. So I mean, things started picking up later on.
Do you remember the amount of that first purchase?
Oh,
how much she spent?
I think around 3,000.
Okay.
So she bought one pair.
Yeah, she bought one pair. Well, that's good. It was a Vans.
It was a win.
It was a win.
Yeah.
One pair is a win.
Yeah, one pair is a win.
Even no pair but a customer, that's a win.
Yeah, that's a win. So this judge bought this like almost like your first sale. So like how did you now sort of like start to like dominate the market after that?
So everything started picking up. Guys started knowing that now COVID is here. So we don't have any choice.
Yes.
We have to do everything. If it's going out, if it's doing whatever we are supposed to do, it was within this particular time. So life continued.
Yes.
So nothing changed. It's just that the night lifetime changed. So now the night lifetime was brought into the daily lifetime.
Yes.
So business started picking. Guys started adapting to it. Offices started opening up. So when offices start opening up, guys want to get their own clothing and their own pairs of shoes. So everything started getting back to normal. That was just right after March, April. Everything started opening up, and so then that is when we started to curate the marketing and how we would actually push our marketing, the segments and the interests of the people. So so business started picking up.
I see.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
So this is like almost like 6 months. I think everyone knew now this COVID is not going to go away.
Yeah.
Like it's here to stay.
Yeah.
So like what sort of like marketing strategies did you like find out like really resonated with, for example, the Kenyan market?
The Kenyan market, first of all, what I'd say about the Kenyan market is a lot of people, a larger percentage of people love associating themselves with what they see other people as. So if Tesh is dressed like this and Tesh goes out there and posts and makes a really, really good post about how he feels and how he's dressed, Mark would go and be like, hey, Tesh is really looking good and I love the shoes. I think I can try those. So what we did is we started capturing individuals who were being mostly looked at. So we started looking at the high level influencers.
Yes.
Yeah. So we did a lot of influencer marketing. We used to most of our strategy was just to use the big influencers.
Yes.
So because a lot of people will look at them.
Yes.
A lot. And that's what I learned about the Kenyan people. Yeah.
And they need to like tag you and say these shoes are by Kicks Kenya, or it was
So what happens is there's so many ways you can come into an agreement with an influencer, but at the end of the day, every single argument is different. And when everything draws down to that particular person just giving credits to the company. So whether you use a lot of money to pay this particular person, whether you didn't use any money, whether you used PR packages, at the end of the day, every single thing converges to
referencing
company.
your company.
So there's two elements there around, just using social media, the power of social media, and using influencers. What do you think is the future of those two things, or generally the future of marketing, when if you think about Kicks Kenya?
The future of marketing. Right now, we're looking. The future of marketing lies in creating. Because now we have the brand. It goes down to creating things that are not there. And when I look into the Kenyan market, I look at it in a way that it's developing. It's catching up to the South African market, to the Egyptian market. So there are these key elements into these markets, like this South African, the Egyptian markets, that are not being done in the Kenyan system. But the Kenyan system is catching up onto it. So some of these things including things that populate around a culture, populate around a community. So marketing will go towards
building a community.
Building a community. So you will start by building a community of 10. The 10 will bring a community of 20. Build a community of 30. Build a community of 40. And at the end of the day, if you look at the population, we have around 50 million people. 50 million people, you look at a percentage of around 10% of the people the adults, 10% of 50 million, the adults. Then that's you look at around 5 million. Look at you draw it down to the people who are actually able to purchase, the purchase power. You also have to look at less than 5% of those. So it goes down to until a number of 200,000 people in the whole country who can be able to maintain a purchase level of this amount. So, and for you to get these 200,000 people, you have to look at it in a way that you have to build cultures and communities around it that all these 200 people resonate with. Because at the end of the day, you find there in market segmentations and in demographic segmentations, you find people have secluded themselves based on how they are.
And their interests,
the social class.
And the social class. If you go to a country, if you go to Europe, if you go to US, the social class is what a lot of businesses are building their structures into. So if you go to Beverly Hills, you'd find Cartier, you'd find the big brands.
Tom Ford.
Because they know their customers.
Go to King's, Kingston. And the downside, Jamaica. Just no. So it's
certain brands.
all about So, and since Kenya is actually getting to a point where people are actually growing into that kind of vibe, you have to develop a culture. You have to develop a community. So once you develop a community, it's very easy for you to pick interests from those people. So marketing is going into a direction where it's going to be very, very specific. It's not going to be as broad.
You don't market to everyone. Not everyone needs to be your customer.
Not everyone is going to be your customer.
Retro. Casio, Sammy mentioned something around like knowing your niche, that specific segment, and being really, really good with them. Upselling. I think in 2023, last year, you made an acquisition for a business doing apparel and you expanded. Was that because you felt you had captured a big portion of the people who buy the sneakers and you wanted now to increase the basket size? Or what was the rationale around expanding into outside sneakers?
Expanding. So funny thing about how that turned around is I wanted a piece for myself because now I have the shoes, jeans I can just buy anywhere. I have a nice t-shirt, but I don't have a nice bomber jacket or a nice denim for me to go to. So it's just chilling, and I was told, hey, just check out this page. I've been seeing them online. Just go visit them and see. So I made a call. Hey guys, how are you? Can I come check out whatever you have? Maybe buy 2 or 3 pieces for myself. And they're like, yeah, cool. So I went, took my car, went there. Then I entered into this room. It was a big room that had jackets. Piles and piles and piles of jackets. It had, I think the number of jackets there were not less than 1,000 pieces.
Wow.
More than 1,000 pieces.
Wow.
Yeah, there were more than 1,000 pieces. So after just entering into that space, I saw the opportunity. And then I from me moving from my house to their store, there was a problem in there. I don't know if you see. I didn't have a jacket.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
So I was looking at it in a way that,
which is an opportunity.
How many people don't have these nice jackets? And then we have the customers, we have the numbers. So I entered there. I looked at everything, browsed, everything was smelling good.
Yeah.
You wouldn't even know it's thrifted items. So it's authentic thrifted items. And that's the beauty of it. So I asked them how much for everything.
Were they surprised?
Yeah. They were
What was
surprised
their
because
reaction?
they were shocked. How much for everything?
How much for everything?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So we started doing classes of every single item. I remember that day I left their place around 2.
2 in the
2
morning.
a.m.
Yeah, 2 a.m.
Oh my gosh. And you were going to buy one jacket
I
or
was going
two?
to buy one jacket from 2 p.m.
Oh my gosh.
to 2 a.m.
He said, I'm
So-
not living without this business.
So we started segmenting the jackets and classifying them. So we got to the bomber jackets. Oh, we have 200 bomber jackets. Oh, we have denims. Denims, we have 400 denims. Oh, puffer jackets. Oh, nice. These are good North Face jackets. Buy them.
This
We
story
have
is just
these.
hilarious.
So I left the business empty. Yeah.
Oh my
But then
gosh.
the good thing, I just paid them. Yeah, I just paid them the money.
Wow.
Just paid them. Of course, I didn't pay the whole amount because
Yeah.
of the limits, but I paid them a good amount of money, and they give me the jackets at a really, really good price.
Oh
So
my
we
gosh.
brought all the I took, I think almost 200 jackets fit in my car. Just packed to
It's a
back
crazy
seat,
story.
front seat,
This is
on the
crazy.
boot. Yeah.
So what were you thinking? Like, what you visualized when you're doing this?
No, I was just taking jackets to go sell them.
Okay.
And
Interesting.
wow.
So
this
what I
is-
did was
uh.
actually, that's a very good question.
Mhm.
I visualized that I'd be able to create a brand from that. They had their own brand. They had their own Instagram. They had
Yeah.
their own online. They think they used to sell it using Hustle Sasa, if I'm not so wrong. They had all that, but they weren't doing so well. Telling me I'd sell like 2 or 3 jackets a day, and we are good. No, we're good. We take photos. Just relax. Then they just doing this smoking and relaxing and
Yeah.
So where have they gotten this stuff? They had imported.
No. So what happens is
Yeah.
they go for the premium stuff when all the thrift items, the mitumba, get into the country.
Yeah.
They're the first people
To get the first
Okay.
batch.
because now they used to buy.
Yes.
Even if I'm a seller, if you come and buying a lot from me, I'll give you priority.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So I
Okay.
made rounds. I made trips. I made around 5 trips,
Oh my gosh.
going and coming with the jackets. Yeah.
And
Then
wow.
yeah.
And like, what impact did now this have on Kicks Kenya? Like, once now they were in your store, like,
They
what
used to
change did you
sell.
see?
They used to sell. So it was beautiful because now we were increasing our inventory and we were increasing the cut the cut value. So a lot of people would want to go into a place and get things.
Yes,
that they
things
would
like
just,
yeah,
you
like
come,
a whole
one-stop
outfit.
shop kind
see
of.
like how nice you've
Yeah.
dressed. You just get your jeans, get
Yeah.
get this, get this, go.
Mm.
Don't come from here, go from here, go from here. So someone will just want pop, 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 and then it's very easy. Just fit, nini, go. Yeah. So I created a whole brand from it. I called it Restyle because it's Restyle.
Okay.
Yeah. Then we sold 1,000 pieces quite fast. We flipped it for double the amount I got.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
how many? These guys are selling 3 a day. How many were you selling a day?
we were selling so many pieces, sometimes even 20 a day.
Wow.
Yeah. So we were selling. We were really, really selling.
And what was the proportion of online to offline sales?
To offline sales. Well, online sales, especially when it comes to the thrift side, it becomes quite difficult because it's one piece, one size. And then that particular person would maybe want to. So it will go from being an online sale to an offline sale because you will take this particular product to that particular person. Even if they have paid for it,
Yeah.
they'll have to check it first before they confirm.
Yes.
So if it doesn't like them, you have to actually refund them. Yeah. But the online sales are doing quite well. Yeah.
Okay.
Wow. You have this really dope concept of marketing and how you can lead with marketing and creating a community to now build a big brand and a big business.
Yeah.
So like you've come up with some really interesting strategies on how you can like create that community for Kicks Kenya with events, parties, all these things. So what are some of the strategies you've done last year, a bit of this year, that you're seeing them gain a lot of traction?
Yeah. So We have invested a lot into. First, we invested a lot into branding, and then branding went down with marketing. So what we used to do, we used to invest a lot into events. So we'd have like a East Africa bodybuilding event in Eldoret. We sponsored that. Although we might be a small sponsor there, but the whole team that is organizing the event feels like they would really, really value the small input we put there, because we would have my team members being there and assisting in this and this and this and that. So you'll have Kicks Kenya, Safaricom, and ABSA. But the amount of investment that you have put there is quite low. So we did a lot of investment into events. We did a lot of investment into media. We'd have media guys having our stuff. And they will one or two ways find a way to mention us, even on live TV. Yeah, so it has been really, really good for us.
And slowly you're seeing like the results.
So earlier we were talking and you told us about this basketball, Kicks Kenya basketball team. That's really good. Like it's full circle. You went back to supporting the sport. How does that feel? Just now becoming a sponsor of a sport you love.
Yeah, it feels really good. Feels really good owning a team. You guys should try.
I definitely am going to own a football team.
But it's expensive. Because it's expensive. I mean, it puts you out there, but it's quite expensive and it's really, really good. But the beauty of it that I see is I brought a couple of guys who haven't played in a long time, and we were able to meet and we were able to go into the league, and we were able to contribute. Me and the guys, we have done several charitable organizations, charitable activities. We have offered jerseys to us school. We helped Soweto. There's a Soweto girls basketball team. We provided them with shoes. We have been in communication with them. So it gives you some sort of fulfillment that you're actually being able to
give back
to the community. So, and there's a lot of opportunity in that too. So it's really good that we invested into the Kicks Kenya Basketball Foundation.
Nice.
We usually finish with like a round of 2 hard questions. I'll throw mine and then Tesh can throw his. And you can go into the tips. But mine would be, what would you say is the future of Kicks Kenya 2024 and beyond? And say if you had $2 million, rich, really, really wealthy guy, would you invest in Kicks Kenya and why?
Okay. Let me start with the $2 million.
Okay.
Let me start with being the wealthy guy. I would 100% invest into Kicks Kenya because I know the capability of Kicks Kenya. With $2 million investment, we can triple that within a very, very short period of time.
Wow.
There is a huge opportunity. A huge opportunity. So I would invest 100% into Kicks Kenya. Going to the future of Kicks Kenya, that is question number one. 2024, last year we signed a huge deal with one of the biggest sporting brands in the world. And that is going to be really, really something that is going to propel us to the next level. So 2024, we are looking to launch the sporting brand into our company, probably end between August and September. So we're looking to have our other store opened. So we have recently onboarded Soul Generation into part of our main mission of 2024. Our main mission was music, art, culture, and sneakers. So they have gotten into partnership with us because of the art and music culture. So we'll have a lot planned. And we are looking forward to it.
It sounds super, super huge. And I'm not even halfway through the year.
Speaking of large international brands, what's your favorite sneaker brand? And why? That will be my first question. I'll ask the next one.
Okay. My favorite sneaker brand, I can name two.
It's a hard question.
Okay, sir.
I love Nike and Adidas.
Nike and
Adidas because of functionality, running, going to the gym, just days that I have to walk 1,000, 20,000 steps, just running errands here and there. Then if it's Nike, just the overall casual and everyday wear.
The styling.
Yeah, and the styling.
You like the style.
Yeah.
And just to steal Stash's question, one pair of shoes for the rest of your life, what would that be?
Ooh, that's tough.
From
like
your
you to answer that
750.
as well.
Yeah, from the pairs I have.
Yeah, from the pairs you have, yeah.
From the pairs I have, one pair for the rest of the life. Adidas Ultra Boost in all black.
Oh gosh, okay. That's dope. That's dope. I think I'd actually say the same.
Yeah.
I'd say the same.
Because it's comfortable.
Yeah.
It's very comfortable. And then I'll walk with it. I'll even wear a suit with the Ultra Boost.
Yes.
For me, it would be Air Max any day.
Air Max any day.
Like,
Okay.
Air Max.
Okay, that's dope.
Yeah, really cool. What was throughout your 4-year journey building Kicks Kenya, what was the most challenging moment or day?
Oh, okay. My most challenging. I think and around end last year is when I had one of the most challenging and one of the most a lot of people say one of the most depressing moments you'll ever receive in business. This sporting brand comes to your company, does reconnaissance there for about a year, sends people without you guys knowing, just go buy anything, see how these guys are, just do a recon of these guys. Are these guys legit? Are these guys okay? And then all of a sudden they want to pick you. So they pick us. And when they pick us, the contract comes with a lot of obligations. A contract that comes with an accumulation of numbers in almost 10 million. And you have to collect something like 10 million within a period of like 6 months. You know. So that was one of the most challenging because you don't want to lose this contract. You don't want to lose this deal. But at the end of the day, it's very difficult for you to get the funds. And that's the most depressing thing about the Kenyan support system when it comes to businesses. It's just, it sucks.
Very hard to get capital.
It sucks.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be very, very honest with you. As compared to the South African market, and I love comparing to the South African market because we are catching up. It's very open. There, it's very open for businesses to actually succeed. But here, you have to bootstrap everything. Even if you're selling a suit for a shilling, for you to become a millionaire, you have to sell
a million shoes and
yes, you will never eat your sweets.
Yes,
You have to actually sell those sweets. Even if you are hungry, you have to sell those sweets.
Wow.
Interesting. And did you pull through?
We are pulling through. We pull through, and it's gonna be big.
It's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen. Is bright.
Let me tell you, no matter what, no matter come rain, come sunshine, I'm gonna make it happen.
Okay.
I don't know how tomorrow holds. Even if tomorrow you come give me a deal of $1 million USD that I have to find, I have to work my ass off. And then right now we have really, really beautiful ways of marketing, and marketing is becoming so simple for us. You can actually sell to so many people. Yeah. So
Kicks Kenya has 100,000 followers on Instagram. Check them out.
Yeah.
It's one of the largest brands. And that's great. I can tell like you can do marketing in your sleep. You're very like soft spoken, but it looks like behind the scenes strategy and online you're really killing it. So congrats on that.
Thank you.
Amazing stuff. Yeah.
So we can finish off with what we has become kind of culture in our podcast, which is there's a kid right now who's probably 23, 24, 25. Thinking of becoming a Ben one day, or thinking of having a large business one day. So what are some 3 tips you can just give our audience on how to build an online brand?
On how to one of the key tips I'll give you is you have to really study. You have to really get out of your comfort zone and really get to learn about online. All this information is out there. You don't have to buy a course. A lot of gurus and people will sell you a course or even sell you a course. But everything is just out there. It's free. go to YouTube, learn. So that's the first thing. You have to really, 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 really learn. No one taught me about marketing. No one taught me about brand development. No one taught me about business development. No one taught you about coding.
Yeah, it's true.
Self-taught.
Yes.
I studied computer science at UN.
Self-taught everything. Yeah.
But I'm a self-taught businessman. I actually didn't end up coding after campus. So
so
it makes
learn.
sense.
That's the one key thing. And these are very, very successful people sitting just beside me, and they got here because they learned. I got here because I learned. I spent a lot of hours learning a lot of things, just learning the minor things. Number 2 is always strive to get better than who you were yesterday. Just if you do that every single day, you'll be the best version of yourself. Yeah. So number 3 is just be consistent. Just maintain consistency. Even if you're in business, if you want to start a business, don't think that you're gonna make $1 million
in a month.
Don't think that you're gonna make $1 million in a few months. Some of us we're starting brands and we're making $1 million in 24 hours, but for us to actually get there, took us 4 years. So 4 years worth of learning and consistency and all that has been put into doing something then you get. So so be consistent. So learn. Learn a lot and then be consistent and then strive to get better than who you were yesterday.
Wow, it's powerful.
Yeah.
Wow.
Nothing to add.
Nothing to add.
That's solid. Thanks a lot, Ben.
Yeah,
for
thanks
sure.
so much for coming, Ben. I think even us, we're like super inspired by your journey. I think you say we're amazing entrepreneurs, but you also an amazing entrepreneur we look up to a lot. So thank you for joining us today.
Yeah.
You're welcome. And I've always believed in you guys.
Yeah.
Man, I love these guys, man.
Yeah, so Ben is actually one of our best customers.
Yeah.
So we're excited to continue building.
I
with
love
you.
these guys. These guys, I would even give them money even if I'm not using their own.
Thank you.
Because these guys work so hard, Yeah. And they, in as much as they inspire me a lot every single day. And I love engaging with Mark, especially in business, because he has gotten so much knowledge on this other side that we can actually put on our end. And I feel like we should actually hire this guy. I think we should hire this guy.
Can you afford him?
Oh my gosh.
This guy.
We'll do a project together.
Yeah, we should do a project
So
together.
basically, Ben is talking about the power of chapter. So if you haven't, check out app.chapter.co and you'll see what he's talking about.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot.
For sure.
And champions, please subscribe. We look forward to bringing you more and more amazing entrepreneurs like Ben for the coming weeks. Yeah, cheers.
Thanks, guys. Cheers.
Peace.